Hello.
It's Wednesday, my dudes.
Hello from the other side. I must have called 1,000 times. Hello.
Hello again. You all know how this works, so let's get to it. Y'all read Candide, except for that guy. Yeah, he knows he didn't read it. Anyway, some random nonsense and ramblings will commence about the geography of the novella Candide by the famed philosopher, mud-flinger, and feather rustler Voltaire. The home of Candide, Westphalia, or Westphalia, whatever, is part of Germany. More specifically, it's located in the northwest. It is only a minor part of the novella, but it is relevant to the main character all the same. In regards to Westphalia's geography, it is part of the North German plain, and as such, most of its north is flat. Westphalia is divided into two landscapes, flat to hilly and hilly to mountainous, with some parts reaching elevations of nearly 3,000 feet. Psh, they've got nothing on us. 14,000 feet. Woo! The four rivers that run through it include the Ems, Lippe, Ruhr, and Weser. For those wondering, because, you know, I'm sure you were, here is the coat of arms of Westphalia. Gah! Look at that thing's face! It's so majestic. The mightiest of horses. Ah! It looks like someone really messed up on this sad sack's liposuction. Help me! Whee! Moving on to the next part of Candide's journey, we've got Holland. Holland? No, not the land with holes, you simpletons. The country. Gah! Just like Westphalia. All the primitive people in Europe are fighting each other for the same damn land for a long frickin' time, and as such, each little bit was called a country. In regards to the topic at hand, however, Holland is not a country, or at least it isn't seen as one today. It is a region of the Netherlands. Holland is a maritime region, which to you means that it is located on the North Sea at the mouth of the Rhine and the Meuse rivers. Not so fun, irrelevant fact, there was a 50-plus aquatic relative of monitor lizards that got its name from this river. No joke. Yeah, whatever. Holland has numerous rivers and lakes and an extensive inland canal and waterway system. To the south of Holland is Zeeland, like New Zealand, but less new, and also not jungly or an island, nor was it a place in which the Lord of the Rings franchise was filmed. The Iselmere, that's just a word, you know. And 4 different provinces of the Netherlands border the region on the east. Moving on with more tantalizing morsels of information regarding Holland's sturf, it is protected from the sea by a long line of coastal dunes. Most of the land area behind the dunes consists of polder landscape, lying well below sea level. Since Holland is so low in elevation, continuous drainings is necessary to keep it from flooding. In early centuries, windmills were used for this task. The landscape was, and in places still is, dotted with windmills, which have become a symbol of Holland. Enough of Holland! Next on Candide's journey was Portugal. Well, we have finally arrived at a country. About damn time. Portugal is like Spain's younger, less important sibling. When you hear the name, you're probably like, Portugal? I know that place, right? They speak Mexican there, right? However, Portugal used, emphasis on used, to be one of those big world powers like Brittleton and the Romaround and Ottoman empires. Here's an interesting tidbit. There is a 7,700-foot volcano mountain in Portugal, which they call Mount Pico. Probably because it blasts Pico de Gallo all over the country. No, go on, take my word for it. Since this sucker makes earthquakes, because geology, the primitive people in Candide were all like, "Sacrifice the virgins! Appease their holy lava barfer!" And then Candide set a foot there and was all like, "This is the best of all possible worlds!" And then Pangloss got hanged, but turned out he never got fully hanged, and then he was all like, "Hey guys, I am no dead, me am alive!" And Candide and friends were all like, "Hey Pangloss, how's it hanging?" Alright, next. Paris, France. Although the stereotype that France is a busy country filled with arts, snobs, and pretensions is usually always correct, this is not the case all the time. even though the religious peeps in France told Voltaire himself to
Get on out of here!
Plano, Texas.
Get down. You get lost now. Get.
Get on out of here!
Get on.
Get on out of here!
They have a lot of culture and cool stuff. Blah, 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 blah. You all know about that towering phallic symbol, the Eiffel Tower? Yeah, Hitler went there. But he was too much of a sissy to go all the way to the top. Ha! Just like all those birds not taking advantage of flight to go to the moon. Wait, where were we again? France. France and Paris are basically giant old cities with a few hills and rocky bits every so often. Also has cargo. Good if done right. And it never is. After France, Candide sailed to England, but didn't really set foot on England because they were all killing some random folks that didn't really deserve to die because they're all like... But anyway, back to the point on England. Since this place has so many names, you're probably not sure what you should call it. I bet you're like, is it Britain? Great Britain? The UK? Do I really care about some other country that isn't America? Correct etymology. There's a big word for the word, is England. Home of fish and chips, which is actually
Yeah? You like putting fish sticks in your mouth? Yeah?
fish fries. Hopefully some of you IBers out there know that. England, the birthplace of many different sciences, laws, good old America. In pretentious accents is as varied as the US, although they don't have deserts or swampy bits. England's got hills, mountains, almost tundra, and a buttload of islands and sandstone. Perfect place to find some of these weirdos. As for the climate, the stereotype is mostly correct. It is cold, dreary, and wet like 80% of the time, and they have some sunny bits here and there. After England, there's Venice. The next stop on Candide's shortened journey was Venice, Italy. You know, that place that looks like a bunch of idiots set up shop in the choked waterways of Louisiana. Yeah, they're gonna be Atlantis in a few years. Thanks, mankind. They have great food there, I hear, like fishies and other Italian dishes, since it is just a city, not very small nor monolithically large. The geography is the same throughout. Water, water, and more water, with salt added for taste. Yeah, they don't really drive cars around all that much, just using boats and gondolas. Bonus feature, El Dorado! This one is kind of a bonus since it is fictional. However, the legendary city of gold appears in the novella, so we must discuss it here as well. This one takes the cake in historical mutation. This legend started out as a myth about a tribal chief in Colombia who covered himself in gold dust and waded into a river. Yeah, he had a gold fetish. No judgy here. Nothing's wrong with that. No. Then it got transmogrified into a city, then a kingdom, and then an empire. Other than the trippy red sheep and jewel and gold roads and such seen in the El Dorado of Candide, there really is not much else to say, other than Candide was a fool not to stay there after seeing what happens to him afterwards. Alright, folks, that's it. Bye.
Bye.